How guys, butcherboytoma here. Right, cockpit. Going to do the cockpit, the air intake and the wings for this one. So we'll get the cockpit out of the way first. Basically just mark it out and obviously fill it full of glass. As I built this originally for customs, obviously when I built the cockpit it was full of glass and you could see straight down. So what I did, I just put a very limited bit of detail in the cockpit just so when the customs were there there would be something there, you know. Obviously that was unbeknownst to me, it was going to be too big for customs, or I would have put more detail in, but this is as I was building the model, so it is what it is, unfortunately. So basically just getting a bit of shape for the cockpit and then just fill it in. Nothing difficult, basically just replacing the blocks that were already there. Get my cell inside and empty out all the everything that was in there. And then just stick something in, so obviously when you were looking at the custom, or if you were looking at the custom plane, the cockpit wouldn't look bare. There would be some sort of shape in there, you know. So just putting some sort of console and like a shadow of a chair in. And obviously if I knew I was going to build this full size, I built this in a test build, so I'm not going to bother with it, but if I was building this in retail full size and the cockpit would have been done properly, I would have had working, you know, moving parts in there. Got a lot more detail in, stuff like that, you know. Maybe he's built in a pilot, but that's a cockpit. Now the air intakes, these absolute bloody stinkers, these. They're strange angles. Obviously looking at the profile, we've got that angle there, that's the size I had to make it, but obviously you've got like it's a strange angle to try and build on in such a small area. So had the plane been, say, 3 times bigger, the model I built, I could have got the angles and all the shaping and that a lot better than what I manage on this. I mean, what you see on this video, when I do it, I spent another, say, 3/4 of an hour just mucking about with it, trying to get a better shape on it for the final shot, you know. But I didn't put that on video because obviously I was just basically mucking about, taking blocks off, putting blocks on, taking blocks off. So I'm just trying to get this shape in and like where it would be, sort of height wise, and going with the body. So you can see it's the positions there. Now I've got to get the shape in. Now I'm a bit random when I'm building. I sort of, you know, fill stuff in, take stuff out. There's not really any plan to it, as you can see. Had I planned it out, I wouldn't have to keep taking blocks out, but trying to do these sort of things just by the eye. So you're like chipping away and adding, chipping away and adding. So there's no set sort of plan to this. It's just like sort of, I know the shape, I know what I need. Just keep banging away until it looks the way it should. Which is why it's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect if you're just building it with your eye using blocks, unless of course you're an absolute bloody genius. So I'm just sort of shaping it down there and just hollowing that bit out, because obviously that's like the vent going in. And this is obviously the shape was an absolute nightmare, because you've got like that V. The V comes down, it goes across, and it goes, and it's trying to make it look right with just a few blocks. It's a bit stupid. But that's it there. I did muck about more with it, but that's sort of the vent, the intake. Now we've got our wings. Now this bit was probably the easiest, because all you're doing is just filling in the shape. So just fill all this in, bit of copy and paste. Get it all in there. And these wings are a hell of a lot easier than the Spitfire, because the Spitfires went up on an angle. So that was pretty, bit of a stinker with blocks. But these ones are pretty flat, so that's not too bad. Just sort of trying to make it, you know, represent a bit of shaping. So obviously the wings are got that angle to it. I started using the copy and paste on this bit and I thought, what the hell are you doing? I keep forgetting we've got these things. When you're building different stuff and you don't use a particular tool for a long time, you forget it's there. But don't forget you've got all these tools at your disposal to make building a lot easier. So like just getting the builders in. Sort of trying to get a bit of shape in there. I only show you one wing because obviously the other wing's exactly the same. Just shaping a bit of the body, just giving a bit so it doesn't look stupid. There you go. Nearly done. That's pretty much it, guys. So it's getting there. I'll get you another video soon. We'll do the bottom half and the tail fins and that. So thanks again for watching, and I'll just let it run off, finishing off this back wing here. And don't forget, guys, keep smiling now. Ta-ra.